Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at, musicians, band members, producers, all of that. I hope that this video helps you out. Today, we're going to be talking about Songtrust versus Sound Exchange and what it is. But I just want you to know that you're loved by Jesus. Infiltrate Records, that is our mission, is to spread the gospel of Jesus to the ends of the earth. Also give you the education and the resources that you need so that you are in the best position to get all the royalties and everything that you need and understand how the music business works. We're a services based label and ministry that wants to give faith based Christian and gospel artists better distribution, better learning, better ideas and understanding of the business and of the music industry because it can be very confusing. Like, subscribe, comment, share this out with someone that can use this information. And I hope that this really helps you today. So a lot of times I get a lot of questions asking what's the difference between what Songtrust does and what SoundExchange does. It makes sense. Both companies collect royalties. Both names start with an S, but the difference becomes clear when you realize that Songtrust and SoundExchange collect different types of royalties for different parts of a song and for different rights holders. Here's what you need to know about what SoundExchange does versus what Songtrust does. SoundExchange collects sound recording royalties and recorded digital performance royalties for sound recording copyright owners and featured recording artists when their music is played on non-interactive broadcasters. Sound recording copyright owners are typically record labels, but this can be anyone who has financed a recording, like a do-it-yourself artist or veteran producer. Featured artists are the main artist or band on a record. Other performers like session musicians or backing vocalists also receive royalties. A non-interactive broadcaster operates via satellite or internet and provides a pre-programmed listening experience. Non-interactive means you can't choose the music you want to listen to or create a playlist. Pandora or SiriusXM are classed as non-interactive broadcasters because you can't curate the listening experience. Spotify or Apple Music, for example, are interactive, okay? SoundExchange splits royalty payments into three. The sound recording copyright owner will receive 50% of any royalty income. The featured artist on the recording receives 45%, and the remaining 5% is split between the session musicians who played on the record. The term neighboring rights is very important to understand. It is a collective term to describe sound recording copyrights and recorded performance rights outside the U.S. neighboring rights, which are always associated with the copyright of a song, rights next to or neighboring the main copyright, if you will. It's oddly specific that SoundExchange collects from non-interactive broadcasters only, but there's a reason for it. Unfortunately, the U.S. doesn't recognize neighboring rights the same way other territories do. In Europe, for example, neighboring rights are recognized in copyright law, and so performers and sound recording copyright owners in European territories can collect royalties owed to them when their recorded performances and sound recordings are broadcast, as well as any publishing royalties. In the US, this isn't the case. Most American performers and sound recording copyright owners can't collect royalties when their performances and sound recordings aren't played on typical broadcasters like terrestrial radio. The Digital Millennium Copyright Act came into force in the US in 1998, which meant that certain service providers, non-interactive digital broadcasters, were obligated to pay royalties to sound recording copyright owners and featured artists for the use of their sound recordings. Soon after, the Recording Industry Association of America set up SoundExchange to collect and distribute these royalties. It's important to know that. In European territories, neighboring rights are collected by certain PROs and neighboring rights collection organizations like Phonographic Performance Limited in the UK. SoundExchange, now independent from the RIAA, represents the sound recording rights of more than 245,000 rights owners. In quarter one of 2021 alone, the independent organization collected and distributed $245 million to rights holders, over 245 million, I should say. And since its inception in 2000, has distributed $7 billion in recorded performance and sound recording royalties. Don't leave your money on the table. I know it's extra work, but make sure you are registering your music properly. As a performer or sound recording copyright owner, registering with SoundExchange or your country's neighboring rights organization is critical. Songtrust takes care of royalties associated with music publishing rights or compositional rights, which are the rights to the underlying music and lyrics of a song. We collect mechanical and performance royalties. That's what Songtrust does. When a song has been publicly performed, broadcast, streamed, or synced to social media and distributes them to the relevant rights holders, typically the songwriters and music publishers or anyone who has a stake in music publishing rights is owed publishing royalties. It's important to know that. Another reason some confuse SoundExchange and Songtrust is that the term performance royalties is used in reference to royalties each entity collects. But in this case, they're referring to different types of performance royalties. Songtrust refers to the performance royalties when a composition, music, and or lyrics is performed, while SoundExchange always refers to the recording of the performance. Plain and simple, you need both. The key differences between Songtrust and SoundExchange are the different types of royalties that they collect. Songtrust will collect publishing royalties, mechanical and performance, generated from the exploitation of music copyrights, which is AKA the composition, whereas SoundExchange will collect sound recording and recorded performance royalties from non-interactive broadcasters. Okay, it's very important to understand that. And the first thing that you need to do, step one, affiliate with a PRO like ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. Step two, choose your preferred distributor for all forthcoming music releases, such as whoever your distributor is. With us, it's Fuga. If you're with a label, if you're independent, CD Baby, or DistroKid, and ensure your songs are added to digital streaming platforms. Step three, use a global publishing administrator like Songtrust to register, monitor, and collect performance and mechanical royalties when your music is used online or publicly performed. Step four, to ensure you're collecting your digital performance and recording rights royalties, register with SoundExchange. I hope that this video helps you. Share this out with fellow musicians, groups, producers. Make sure that you're not leaving money on the table. It's very important that publishing is covered. It covers you for global registration and royalty collection. And SoundExchange, don't forget about those digital performance royalties. I hope this helps you out. Like, subscribe, comment, share this out, hit that notification bell, and let's keep this information flowing so that we get the royalties and get the understanding of everything that is owed to us, because you are putting your gifts out there and you deserve. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Infiltrate podcast presented by Infiltrate Records. I hope that this knowledge and education helps you. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.